Okay, I've come to the length that I want. This is the length that I want. This is how it looked like from the outside. And this is how it's gonna look like from the inside. See, the inside looks like strawberry too, right? Okay, I'm gonna add lining inside because with this line, so it's best that I add lining so that in case you put keys and all that, it won't like hook on to this yarn. So I have a piece of lining here which I cut slightly bigger than the back, just slightly bigger. I'm gonna sew here and here and here later on. I'm gonna sew here and here, and later on here I'm gonna cut a bit depending on the base here. I think I'm gonna cut about 2 inch or 1 inch. Should be, let me measure here later and then I'll see. I should cut half of this. If this is 2 inch, here I should cut 1 inch and later fold it back this way. You know, you already sew it this way, right? You're gonna cut here and you're gonna fold it in, so you're gonna have a small back inside. And at the same time I'm gonna add a zip at the top. Okay, and I'm gonna sew it on to the back. Sew the lining onto the back. And now when you're sewing the lining onto the back, you make sure at the bottom here and here you do 1 or 2 stitches so that when you take things out, the lining will not follow. So it's kind of like just 2 tiny stitches on each side will do. So I haven't got this done yet. So once I get this done, I do not have a sewing machine, so I'm gonna hand sew it. It takes some time. So happen I have this green color, so I use a green color zip. It's an invisible zip. So now I just let you know that the top part here, I end it here with a slip stitch and I hide the yarn inside here all the way down. So if you can, you do it at the side here so it won't be so obvious. It's not that obvious. Or you can crochet until here where you're gonna make the strap, so the strap kind of cover it. So one thing I did is, if you notice, by the time you crochet the green part here, you should have some red parts here, right? But this green part, I did not make any red part. I did not start another strawberry. So between all this, I did not start another strawberry because I do not want to have part of a strawberry here. I want a whole strawberry. I do not want like quarter or half or 1/3 or 1/8 of the strawberry here. So I just skip that red part. It's up to you. I mean, so long you know how one strawberry look like, and the rest is up to you whether you want to get rid of it or you want to make another half strawberry here. And on top of that, I make another single crochet all around using white. So at least it looks like the strawberry has an edge here, right? So now I'm gonna make the strap. I plan to make a 3-color strap with this same 3 color, the 3 colors that I used for the strawberry, and I'm going to use a 6mm hook because I'm using all 3 strands together. So here, then I'm gonna make a strap like this from here to here. Just a small one will do. Okay, and let's see how it turns out. I'm gonna leave a long tail. I'm gonna sew this, use this long tail to sew it to the back. So I'll start from here. I have to use a 6mm hook because I'm using 3 strands at once. So it's kind of the size of a chunky yarn, or maybe a 8-ply yarn. Okay. I find that if I do it in 3 colors, it'd be lovely, right? So here, once you make a knot, you chain 2, not too tight. So here on the second one, the second stitch from the hook, over this side, I'm gonna yarn over. Oops. Yarn over and make a single crochet. So after you yarn over, you make a single crochet. You can see there are some strands of yarn here. Put your hook through it. Yarn over. Not a slip stitch, it's a single crochet. Whoops, too thick. Okay, now you can see like this, you make a single crochet, and when you turn, you look at this side, you will have 2 strands, or actually 6 here. You put through all. That's why do not pull too tight. Not your hook, it's very hard to go through. So once you go through, do a single crochet, and again put through all. Now isn't it lovely with 3 colors? I mean, it's going to be exactly the same color. See, it's going to be the same color as my back. I think I'd rather do this than do tiny strawberries for the strap. I think this would look kind of cute. You put through all, you yarn over. Be careful because now I have 6 strands. So long you don't pull too hard, and your strap will come out like this. So I plan to make 2 of it because you have 2 choices. You can either make one from the corner here to the corner here, or I plan to make 2, one on the front and one on the back. So one here and one here. So I come back to you once I have everything ready, and I show you how I'm gonna attach this strap to the back. As for the sewing of the lining and the zip, I'm doing it by hand. I'm sewing it by hand. I do not have a machine. So if you do have a sewing machine, or you know someone who has a sewing machine, maybe you can get that person to sew you a bag so that you can put the lining into your bag. Okay, I'll come back to you once I'm ready with all this. Okay, I've attached one side of the strap, and you notice you can't see the strap here. Why? Because this is actually, if you can remember, we bring along the yarn, so this is like 3 yarn thick. So when I assemble this, when I make this, you have 3 yarn, right? So I'll attach it here and use this 3 yarn to sew this part here onto the surface here without touching anything over this side. So let me show you one of it. Okay, I still have one more. So this is the strap, this is the length that I want. You can make it longer if you want. You can make it up to shoulder length if you want. I just want a small bag like this. So here, okay, since I have 3 strands, I'll just take one first. This one will kind of secure it, and later I'll use the other 2 strands to further strengthen it. Okay, and just measure, make sure it's in the same spot. Okay, it should be here. It should be above this strawberry. So what I do is fold it, do it inwards. And see this strand, and just sew it in between all this. Don't pull too tight. Just go between the back strap and the back. But whatever you do, just make sure this side is not visible. You can sew as many times as you want. In fact, I have 2 more strands here. This side I use all 3 strands. Means I use it one by one. So at first I sew the white one first, kind of lock it down. Then I use the red one and the green one to kind of secure it. So I go through here a few rounds without touching the front part here. Only work on that 2 layer at the back. So I just pick up that few layer of, and you see just that few layer of strand where you cannot see in front. So leave these 2 strands around first, and just use the white one to kind of secure it first. There's no fixed rule to this. You do not have to like left, right or front, back. So long it does not move, so long it can hold the bag, can hold the weight, and just put through. Once on the back, once on the strap. And then once on the back. So long you make sure it's not visible in the front. Once you're satisfied, I think it's tightened enough, you do it these 2 strands too. These 2 strands you still do it the same way. And still sew the strap to the back again and again and again, so that it kind of really hold it. See, I'm going in and out of the strap and also onto the back. Onto the back. This is the back, this is the strap. There's no fixed rule. So long you feel it's secure, it's not gonna fall off. You can do up to here, in fact. Behind here. One on the back. Oops. And one's on the strap. Because I'm going to add lining anyway with a zip, so all this will be covered. So all this like this is going to be covered because I've made a lining. So this is how the lining look like. I do not have a sewing machine, So I just hand sew the sides here. Here is the opening. Just sew the sides. Here I join it. Here too. The base here is about 5 centimeter. So here I cut off about 2 centimeter. I didn't take 2.5. I do not want it to be exactly the size of the back here. I just cut 2 cm from here and 2 cm from here. Same goes for this corner, 2 cm here, 2 cm here. And what you're going to do with the 2 cm, you open it up, you point it this way, and you sew it here. Same goes for this corner, and make sure this corner with this corner pointing each other, you sew here, and in the end when you open up, you will have a back, and you will have a kind of base for the back. And with this, you put it inside, and we're gonna sew it to the back together with a zip. Okay. So you attach it, make sure it's just nice. That's why this one, it doesn't really matter much because you're gonna cover it with this. So you make sure when you sew onto it, I would prefer to hand sew because I do not want any threads showing here. I want to sew only on the inside layer. So from the front, you cannot see any stitches, but there's a lining and a zip. I'll come back to you once I've had all this sorted out. Okay, for those who just wanted a simple tote bag, this is how the bag will look like, the strawberry tote bag. For those who want lining and zip just like me, this is how I add the lining inside. Okay, inside here, the far end there, I turn the bag outwards, inside out, and I sew 2 stitches here. And same goes for the other end. Here, I sew 2 stitches too, so that when you take things from your bag, your lining will not come up together. So your lining will always stay inside. So now I want to hand sew my lining onto the bag because I do not want to see a row of machine lines here, machine sewing lines here. So I want it to look exactly like a crochet bag with no sewing. But inside, when I sew the lining, I use safety pin to lock it first, then I start sewing. So this is the strap. I sew once on the back. I make sure it's not visible in the front. So once on the back, once on the lining, and once you pull, you won't be able to see those stitches, and from the outside you can't see the lining. And on top of that, I'm gonna add a zip. If you want, you can actually sew the zip to the lining first before you attach it, or you can do it like me now. I sew the lining first, later I'm gonna sew this part first. You make sure it's in the right corner, exact corner here. Open up the zip, and then you sew all the way here. You sew this side, and then you sew this side, and you're gonna have a zip. So this is it. So if you do not want any lining, your bag is ready. And if you want lining, you can just add lining and zip like mine. And hope you like my strawberry bag as much as I do. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in my next post. Thank you for watching.